India's Supreme Court says it will pronounce its interim order tomorrow on pleas seeking an interim stake on the government's decision directing mandatory linking of Aadhaar with various government schemes and welfare measures. The counsel for the petitioners argued that without a data protection law, Aadhaar card cannot be made compulsory. Yesterday, the government indefinitely extended the December 31st deadline for linking Aadhaar with bank accounts. The Supreme Court's earlier order specifically said that Aadhaar is voluntary, but the government made it mandatory. As per Supreme Court's orders, there were only 6 schemes for which Aadhaar is needed, but the government extended it to 139 schemes. Activists have objected to the government order to link Aadhaar with bank and investment accounts and mobile phones, saying it is a breach of the fundamental right to privacy. They have also challenged the validity of Aadhaar, which collects and stores biometric data like fingerprints and iris scans, saying it might be misused. And to discuss more on this story, we are joined by our legal expert and correspondent, Jessica Taneja. Jessica, good evening to you. Thank you very much. So, let me get it straight. Courts in India are saying Aadhaar is a voluntary document, but then the government made it mandatory for 138 schemes. So, is it a clash between the judiciary and the government of India?
Well, absolutely, Daniel. It seems to be a clash between the Supreme Court and the government there, but Supreme Court hasn't expressed these agitations so far. But for the common person, it does look like it's sort of a tussle between the two, because the Apex Court had earlier given out orders that since Aadhaar Act was formed and the basis of Aadhaar Act rather is voluntary, it has not been made mandatory. Even the earlier orders said that till the time the case has been either heard in a way, put here or there, whatever they decide, before they decide on the matter, the government cannot make it mandatory. And they've in fact come out with some 139 notifications so far, making various 6 schemes, so to say, mandatory, to link Aadhaar with it. So that is again a problem. But Daniela, tomorrow will be an important day in the morning when the court pronounces an interim order. Will the court, finally ease the problems and the troubles of the petitioner who say our data is not protected? Or will it take the government stand in saying that yes, Aadhaar is the need of the hour?
So basically, Jessica, we are all of us, I think we are receiving messages from banks and whatever telling us that we must have an Aadhaar card, otherwise our bank account will be stopped. So we don't have to worry for the moment, correct? This is an information for the citizen. No worries for the moment.
Absolutely no worries for the moment, Daniele, but one will have to wait and see on what the court says tomorrow, because till at this point in time, one will have to link their Aadhaar with their bank accounts till a deadline which has been given just yesterday by the government, which is supposed to be the 31st of March 2016. But Daniele, it's important to point out that some people have received phone calls not to just link their Aadhaar with their bank accounts, their phone numbers, the social welfare schemes, but also marriage certificates and death certificates. And some have even come out to say if they don't link their marriage certificates, they'll be declared single. So you understand the hilarious and the complex part where Aadhaar is in fact involved is coming out to be. I mean, what is going to happen is something one will have to wait and see what the court says tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Jessica Taneja, helping us to decode a little better what will happen to the Aadhaar card.